Hello everyone. This day we'll be speaking about the chapter 3, The Graveyard, the third part in The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Samuel Langston Clemens, also called as Mark Twain. Ghosts, said Huck. I can see ghosts. They're coming over here. I'm really scared. Can ghosts see us? Asked Tom. Ghosts can see everything, answered Huck. Oh, why did I come here? Don't be afraid. We must be very quiet, said Tom. Then what happened? At the end of second chapter, these two guys were in an argument in calling the name of a person either by the first name or the last name. They have heard some strange noises and have seen something more than natural, which they are assuming to be ghosts. So now in this chapter, they have seen some ghosts. And now Tom is saying like I am scared. Huckleberry Finn, who actually acted that like he is not scared, is now saying, why on earth did I come here? I should not have planned. The three ghosts moved quietly in the graveyard. They came close to Tom and Huck. Tom, whispered Huck, they are not ghosts. They are humans. One of them is Muff Potter. You're right. And there's Injunjo and Dr. Robinson. But why are they here? Said Tom. So we can see there are three ghosts. These are two kids, and the ghosts are three in number. Now what happened? The ghosts had approached these two kids. Then they came to realization that okay, these are not ghosts but humans.
Amazing!
And who are those? One is Injunjo, other is Muff Potter, and the other is Dr. Robinson. Okay, at this odd time, at about 11:30 or 12 in the night, that too in the graveyard, what are these doing here? This is the thought running in the minds of the kids. The three men were at Horace Williams' grave, the same grave what these were speaking about, either to be called by the first name or the second name. Injunjo and Muff Potter started digging. Soon the grave was open. They found the dead body and pulled it out of the ground. Well, doctor, do you want us to take the body to your house? Said Muff. You must give us $5. What? Said Dr. Robinson angrily. I paid you this morning. I'm not giving you more money. These finally arrived at the grave, whom these two kids are speaking about, and they took the body out of the ground. And now Muff Potter is saying one thing. Sir, do you want us to take this body to your home? Yeah, said Dr. Robinson. Then you must pay us $5 more. $5 more? Why should I pay? I already paid you all the money. I paid you in full. I will not pay you again, was the talk by the doctor. I want more money, doctor, said Injunjo. 5 years ago, I came to your father's house. I asked you for something to eat. You gave me nothing. I still remember that. Now you must give me more money. Injunjo took the doctor's arm and the doctor hit him. So what happened? Injunjo now started to speak on the top of his voice. No, it's you who must give the money. It is your responsibility. Previously, when I came home 5 years ago, your father and you were there. I've asked for some food and you didn't give. Now it is your necessity. So if you need it to be transported to your house, give us $5. And the doctor is saying no. So Injunjo caught the doctor by the arm and the doctor had hit him. Injunjo fell to the ground. Don't hit my friend, cried Muff Potter. Muff and Dr. Robinson started fighting. Everything happened very quickly. Dr. Robinson hit Muff Potter on the head. Muff fell to the ground. Injunjo took Muff's knife. So what happened? This argument became a bit more serious, and the doctor had first hit Injunjo, he fell to the ground, and the other guy, Muff Potter, had cried not to beat his friend, but the doctor didn't listen, and the doctor had hit Muff Potter on the head, and even he fell to the ground. Now, what happened? Injunjo is in charge of Muff's knife. He saw Muff on the ground and he killed Dr. Robinson with the knife. The doctor fell on top of Muff and covered him with blood. Injunjo looked at the two men on the ground. So, what happened? You will see here carefully. It is who killed Dr. Robinson. It's Injunjo. But whose weapon was used? It's Muff's. He saw Muff on the ground and he killed Dr. Robinson with the knife. The doctor fell top of Muff and covered him with blood. Injunjo looked at the two men on the ground. Injunjo, who is having the knife of Muff Potter, murdered the doctor and covered poor friend of his, Muff Potter, with blood. First he robbed the dead doctor, then he put the bloody knife into Muff's right hand. A few minutes passed and Muff moved a little and opened his eyes. He pushed the doctor's body away. He looked at the knife in his hand. What? What happened, Joe? He asked slowly. Injunjo said, something very bad, Muff. Why did you kill him? I didn't kill him, said Muff. He was very confused. I drank too much whiskey last night. I don't remember anything. Tell me, Joe, what happened? You fought with the doctor. He hit you on the head and you fell to the ground. Then you got up, took your knife and killed him, said Injunjo. I don't understand, Joe. I never fought with a knife. I didn't want to kill Dr. Robinson. He was young and he had a future. Oh, this is terrible. It was a whiskey, cried Muff. Joe, don't tell anyone, please. So now what happened actually? It's Injun Joe who killed the doctor. But he used the knife of his friend Muff Potter. Then what happened? This guy who is extremely greedy robbed the dead doctor and cleverly laid the weapon of Muff Potter in Muff's own hand. And after some time, Muff Potter woke up and saw the doctor dead and was confused. To which Injunjo made up a story saying, you had killed the doctor. Then this poor fellow who was already drunk feels like, oh, maybe I had excess of alcohol yesterday. I didn't had any intention to kill the doctor. It's the alcohol inside me which had all these kind of bad thoughts and all. But I never had any intention to kill the doctor. This is just an accident. And this doctor is a still young one, a very young guy, a guy with great future ahead. This should not have happened. Okay, please don't say about this to anyone. Now, Muff Potter, who is actually innocent, is requesting the killer. I won't tell anyone, Muff, but now you must leave this graveyard quickly. Go, said Injunjo. Thank you, Joe, said Muff. You are a friend. Muff Potter ran away and Injunjo watched him. Then he carefully put Muff's knife near the doctor's body and left the graveyard. So now, as per the request of Muff Potter, who is assuming himself to be a murderer, requests Injunjo not to reveal this to any. Then his friend acts as if he is a great friend of him and says like, you please run away from this place, I'll take care of all these things. Then what he does? Muff Potter leaves the place. Injunjo wantedly leaves the weapon of Muff Potter there at the site of murder. This is just to say that uh, whose knife is this? Whose fingerprints are this? It belongs to Muff Potter. Undoubtedly, he will be into the bars. So Injunjo just wanted to save himself. Tom and Huck were terrified. It was a terrible scene. They silently moved away from the trees. Then they ran out of the graveyard and back to village. They arrived at an old house and decided to hide there. What are we going to do? Asked Tom. We saw everything. Injun Joe killed the doctor. Now, the murder was clearly seen by these two kids, Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer. So now these were extremely scared and were on their heels after these left the graveyard. These went back to an old home, an old house, and were actually discussing like, what is this? This is brutal. A friend is cheating someone else. Oh my god, what should we do? We saw the murder. We know who the culprit is. What should we do? What can we do? We can't tell anyone, said Huck. Injun Joe is dangerous. I'm afraid of him. Do you want a knife in your heart? I'm afraid of Injun Joe too, said Tom. You're right. We can't tell anyone about Injun Joe. Promise not to tell anyone, said Huck. I promise, said Tom. So these two finally exchanged promises not to reveal the secret to anyone because they know that Injun Joe is very dangerous. If you want yourself to be killed, you can go and reveal. These kids don't dare so. Then what happens? We'll see in the next part, the chapter 4. Thank you.